At this point, we shall discuss the main concepts regarding directional positions in short and long-term maturities in the DI futures. This simple transaction of buying or selling this type of contract. The short-term official interest rate in Brazil is defined by decisions made on Selic target rate at Copom meetings. While for longer rates, the most used reference is derived directly from DI futures contract. One can decide whether to buy or sell by making a judgment based on the expected accumulated DI rate between the trading and the maturity date. How does it work? The trading strategy can be formulated according to different variables, such as the analysis of Copom meeting reports, market expectations, political and macroeconomic scenarios, and technical analysis. Using an example, these are transactions at the short and long end of the curve. The first one represents a transaction at the short end, based on the market's expectations regarding the Copom meeting, and the second one, at the long end of the curve, assumes an expectation of increase in the long-term interest rates. To understand the MarktoMarket calculation, the following scenario is used as a reference. Suppose that today is June 1st, and the next Copom meeting will take place on June 19th and 20th. Currently, the Selic target rate is 7% per annum. There are 14 business days left till the meeting date, and the DI accumulated rate of the period is 6.89% per annum. This period will be entitled as Period 1. The nearest DI futures contract maturity date after Copom meeting happens to be on July 1st, or 21 business days, and is traded at a rate of 6.928% per annum. This will represent Period 2. To evaluate the market's expectation regarding the definitions on the interest rate value at Copom meeting, it is necessary to analyze the rate value for the 7 business days between the meeting date and the maturity of the contract on July 1st. This will be classified as Period 3. Since the periods were determined, the first step is to convert the rates into factors by the following calculations. The Period 1 will be 1 plus the DI rate in the period at 6.89 divided by 100 raised to 14 over 252, resulting in factor 1.003709. The same must be done for Period 2, DI 21 business days, BD. The factor for Period 2 is 1.005598. For Period 3, the factor and conversion into rate is given by the following calculation. The Period 3 will correspond to 1.005598 from Period 2 divided by 1.003709 from Period 1, resulting in 1.001882. The conversion to rate is given by the factor for Period 3, 1.001882, raised to 252 over 7 minus 1 times 100. The result is 7.004% per annum. Therefore, in Period 3, the rate is 7.004% per annum. To calculate Selic target value, we need to add the spread between the Selic and DI rates. Therefore, the value of Selic target is 7.11% per annum. Copom may choose to maintain, rise, or lower the Selic target rate. Assuming variation of 0.25 from Copom meeting decision compared with the current rate, and that the market is considering only 2 scenarios, maintain 7% or increasing to 7.25%. At this point, a simple probability calculation shows the result. 7 times A plus 7.25 times 1 minus A equals 7.11. A equals 7.25 minus 7.11 divided by 7.25 minus 7. Based on market's expectation, the probability of a 7% rate maintenance is 56%, while the probability of increasing the rate to 7.25% is 44%. Given this scenario, the decision based on the probability is in the investor's hands. For bets on the stabilization or reduction of the rate, the investor should sell the contract. In case the rate increases, the investor must buy the contract. The same rationale can be extended to other Copom meetings, considering the expectation about the interest rate variation for each meeting until the expiry date of the contract traded. Assuming up to this point a scenario based on the expectation of increasing the interest rate for the long end of the curve, considering today as June 1st, 2018, the day 1, buying a contract that matures in January 2023 at the rate of 7% per annum with 1,153 business days will result in a short position in PU, unit price, at 73,376.60, carrying that contract to the next day, which is day 2. By the end of the day, the daily settlement PU disclosed by B3 is 73,371.48. The difference between the traded PU value and the settlement PU resulted in a difference of 5.12 Brazilian reals. As the settlement PU is disclosed on the previous day, adding 1 day of the updated PU for the next day will correspond to the value added by day 1 of DI rate. Settlement PU, 73,371.48 times 1, plus the DI overnight rate at 6.89, divided by 100, raised to 1 over 252, resulting in 73,390.88, which the short position PU at the opening of the market on day 2, equivalent to 1,152 business days before maturity. During day 2, the rate increases, and the investor will sell the January 2023 contract at 7.14% per annum, 1,152 business days, resulting in a long position with PU at 72,958.89. Let's see what the outcome of this transaction is. On day 1, the investor bought January 2023 contract at 7% per annum, which means that the investor was short in PU of 73,376.60. The daily settlement was 73,371.48 Brazilian reals, having the investor received 5.12 Brazilian reals. On day 2, the investor is on short position with PU settled at 73,390.88. The trade was closed at a sell rate of 7.14% per annum, and PU was bought at 72,958.89, resulting on 431.99 Brazilian reals of profit. Therefore, the profitability of this transaction is the sum of the profits received on day 1 and day 2, resulting in 437.11 Brazilian reals per contract. For the financial result to be equivalent to a swap transaction, the daily settlements must be carried out to the expiration date at the DI rate for the period.